Hello, hello. We are live again. I actually don't know how many lives I've had, but let me know if sound or anything else is not good. This sound is me moving around tables. Good. So we have Tina being Tina here and Aquadivin. You're my regulars. I love it. Thank you so much. So I was running around last minute because that's how I roll right now, not in the future. This is me changing that pattern. I'm just preparing something to drink while we wait for people, give them a chance to pop by. So, Aqua Divin, you say, good evening, Michelle. How are you doing? Hope your arm feels better. And thank you. I'm actually doing great. My arm is better, but still something working there, but I know what it is and I'm working on it. But it's a biggie, you know, emotional stuff from way, way, way back. And those take time if you allowed yourself to carry around a lot. So I am lifting the weight of that shoulder and it takes some time. Yeah. So how are you doing today? And also Tina being Tina, good evening. How are you? So lovely having you here. And it's amazing you wrote in the chat before time because I actually didn't know you could do that. So instead of me putting up a post suggesting you write your answers there, you can just do it to the live. I wonder if you can do it the minute it gets published as a live, maybe. But feel free to write any questions you have. I think I'm gonna connect to Odeon already, just to make sure that I have the right energy for this. And there's a like, thank you. I like likes. And Aquadivin just returned from vocal practice. Oh, that's amazing. I bet you have a lovely voice. The energy. Do you do sound healing as well? I want to do more of that. Like I've been, my light language has been activated, and I remember I actually did it once in a live, not by choice really, but that was really cool. So LSCG says hi, first time here. Welcome, so nice to have you here. If you don't know what this is about, I am Michelle Andreasen, also called the Neurodivergent Psychic, and I help people with their spiritual gifts. So could be healing, psychic abilities, or mediumship. But also, if you're just curious and open, you're welcome here. But mainly, I focus around spiritual development and how you use your gifts. And I have an amazing collective of spirit guides. They help me. So even things I don't know anything about, they can help you with. So if you have any questions related to your own spiritual development or just stuff in general, like why do we have a soul or what are spirit guides or something like that, you can ask and I can ask them. And so far, they have always had an answer. So Tina being Tina says, I'm good, thanks, happy to be here. And I'm happy to have you here too, always. And also Aquadivin would love to do sound healing as well, sounds serene. Yeah. Well, I feel like you already do that when you're singing. So it doesn't take much for you to get practiced in that because and I'm sorry, I am reading you now, but it's like, you asked for it, kind of. You already have like a sensation of which sounds, even if they might not be pitch perfect, you can tell some sounds have some special qualities when it comes to energy and healing. And even if you haven't really used it yet, you would be really good at that because you just love it. Like I'm just by connecting, I want to sing like, oh! So I think go for it. If that's something you'd love to do and you love singing and you do vocal practice, yay, that would be a cool thing. Especially, I don't know, I have this vocal practice. Do you also do it because you've had some issues? Because I feel like that would also help, like anything here also not daring to speak your mind. That could be really helpful if you put the healing facet onto that. So, and LCGs, I don't know how you say your name, but LCGs. Yeah, great, thank you. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. And Aquadimin says, thank you so much. I don't know if I should keep repeating all those comments because I have made so they're available when the video is being published afterwards. But if people don't go in and look at the comments, they can just listen. I mean, I usually listen while I'm driving, and I get a lot there. And I actually started listening to my own lives because I'm building my website. How long have I said that? I'm not done yet, even though I had my publish date Saturday and I published something, but it's not so good. But if you're curious, it's the neurodivergentpsychic.com so far, and you could also type michelleandreasen.com and it will redirect to that one. But please bear with me. It's raw text, a lot of it. But you can read about my mentorship and the new membership portal I'm building called Uplift. And I have a special offer for people today who would like to join that. So I'm also going to talk a bit about that, but later, because people don't come for commercials and I don't like to sit and feel as though I've been promised something for free and then I have to sit through commercials. So I'll just see here. L is fine. Are you able to read me and tell me what spiritual gifts I have? Yes, I am. So every time people write a question like that, I am assuming you understand that means you're giving me permission. So I'm just going to tap into you now and see what is most prevalent with you. So I don't feel like you have your toes deep in, but I feel like you have opened a lot of small doors, like curiosity, and you have had many experiences, but they don't feel so like pow. It's more you still need to be convinced. Does that make sense to you? It's as though you're attracting more and more. It's like I feel like it started rolling and you're opening up and you're curious, and you also have found that things just come to you. Like it's the first time you're here and that just popped in, and you're gonna notice that more and more things are being sent to you by your guides and the universe, and your own higher self are nudging you to look at the right things because they have been there for a long time. You just weren't ready to fully it's not believe them, but believe that you could have them. Does that make sense to you? I'm just going to take something to drink so that I can keep talking. And if you would reply to that, that would be nice. And maybe put on some additional questions as to what it is you really want to know. Oh, that was tricky. What it is you really want to know. That was my guys that kind of nudged me to say that. So Tina asks, are there others who are extremely tired in these days? I'm sleeping all the time and it feels like my body is going through a lot of upgrades. Also due to timeline shift on Earth, intense time. And Elle says, I'm sorry, my video is lagging. I hope it's not mine. Please let me know if mine does that. Oh, damn. Oh, shoot. I'm on the wrong network. Maybe. I don't know if it's good. I have to switch because I'm on it only runs 144 or something, and I want the 5G. So bear with me if I don't know what happens if my connection gets disconnected, but I'm just going to skip just in case. So think of questions and you can just type them in because that should still work. I hope. My God. Okay, it says you're live and I lost everyone. 2 people left. I'm sorry. Okay, so it said you need to reconnect, but the screen got because I have my laptop and the reconnect button was to the edge, so I didn't know I had to find it like that. So I am back, but this is actually amazing. There's always a reason why these things happen, and today I think we need to talk about connection and disconnection. So that would be the topic. So either this is a super cool trick by my guides in the universe, or this is me showing you how you can make something good out of everything, even when your life stops in the middle of it. That's really the best way to be in all of these spiritual things, because we rarely know what's going to happen. We don't know how the energies are. We don't know the expectations. And sometimes the energies are low or high. And sometimes we just get bad communication that we don't understand. So let this be a lesson to you. I feel good about it because there's always something to learn no matter what happens. And just if you haven't been here before, it's not alcohol. I am not drunk. That's not why this happened. It is just sparkling water and some fruit de la passion, a syrup. So, but let's see. If Tina felt tired, I haven't been feeling tired as such, but I have been waking up very early these past couple of days for no reason. But there is a lot with energy. So since it seems like L left, was logging off, I'm moving on to Tina. And if you're okay with it, Tina, and you're still here, I hope you are. It's kind of annoying. I cannot see who's there, but that's going to change with my new community, my uplift membership, where we are going to be able to see each other on screen. So no matter if you're here or not, Tina, I'm just going to see if that being tired has something to do with something specific. Yeah, there's definitely baggage being dropped. It's funny. So they show me always images and I see you sorting, like looking at all your just to make you happy, but isn't it? So it's not that you're a baby and you're growing. It's some things we grow out of, and some things, well, we just change. Well, we change what we like and style, and some things they just get worn or torn. So that is primarily what I feel in your energy, and I feel like you are helping it along. So it's more, think of it as you needing to rest a bit because you've done a lot of work, but the process is still happening even if you're not doing a lot about it. If you just like, you there, I'm happy I'm not one of the things that need to be discarded. I feel like there's some advice for you, so I'm just going to tap into that. I keep seeing the color like a soft pink rose color, and they keep showing me like a popsicle, you know, the cream flavor, strawberry cream flavor, that I don't even know if you can get that ice cream anymore. So it's something about, it's okay right now if you need to find comfort in things that used to be, you know, innocent, calm you down. And it's okay if you don't feel like always being the grown up. So sometimes, well, change is hard a lot of the time, but this is something that you can do for you and say, I help myself by breathing into it and actually feeling, let's just say you're sorting through, we're sticking with the clothes, so you have it all piled up and you know you have to put it away, and some of it has to go to, I don't know, to recycling or something, but maybe you're not like it took a lot from you to just sort it. So maybe you should just go find a popsicle in the freezer and find a book or something and be okay with it. Not, oh, I should be doing that, but really say, I deserve a reward for all the hard work I did. Even if some people might not see it as hard, but every time we let go of something, even if it's an old t-shirt, it can be hard because we have memories or expectations, or we spent money on something and we thought it was going to have an outcome it didn't have. Every time we let go of something, no matter what, it can take some energy, and we should really remember to say, you did good. That was good, that you prioritized your need to no longer carry that energy with you. So that is the advice and the thing for everyone who comes across this to know. You can, it's actually right now a good time to sort and let go of things. I don't, is it a full moon or something? I thought I saw something, but I didn't read it. But how, whatever it is, sometimes we don't really know what it is we want. Many people don't dare dream, and they're afraid of saying their desires and their needs out loud. And maybe it would be okay to, what do I not want? And when we think about manifestation, we don't want to think about want, because that would probably manifest those things. But you can think, what do I want to get rid of? What do I no longer wish to have as an energy drainer, or something that blocks me or fills my thoughts with worry and concern? And yes, that could be just junk lying around because you don't get to it because you don't want to. So you're thinking about it a lot, and the energy spent on thinking about it, you could have just spent the energy doing it. But I'm talking about me now. I'm looking at my crap that I need to sort, that has been there for I don't know how long. It's good that I can turn the camera this way. Yes, and now my arm starts showing me that many of you might actually also have been struggling with some physical pain, and this is a time for us to be reminded of what is really important and what can help us when we really want to move forward, but feel like the past and the present is just either dragging us down or holding us back, or just you feel like you're in a tight grip. So the funny thing is, I knew this was going to be about connection, and I actually lost connection to my guides there. So I'm going to tap back in, because I got up in my head and my mess and started sensing, what am I feeling about that? And then my brain started working, and then I lost connection to what I am here to do for you. So yeah, I don't see any more comments. I hope it's still working. Could someone please just write something or do something so I know that you can still hear me and see me? Maybe I should. Okay, Tina wrote, the connection was a bit off, but it's getting better. Getting better? It's not good. Yeah. We are here. Cool. Okay, so do you have any questions to tap into? Because you're lucky, because people popped out of the transmission or because of all of this. So now you have time to ask. You're welcome, Tina, who said thank you for the reading. Yeah, I have time, and I would love to check in to see what there might be from Odeon. And those who do not know Odeon, that's my collective that I channel. Mhm. So they're actually saying that many spiritual practitioners are struggling with connection these days. They are saying there's almost like a sense of disconnection from self, and it might feel like confusion, just like I have been having here. It's like, what's going on? And I think it's because I'm tapping in to see what's happening around there. But there is a sense of disconnect. And why is that? It's funny. They're showing me as if there's an upgrade. So before we had like, I always imagine like I send up a beam or like a tube and I get connected, and they just showed me like the globe, and as though like there's this big funnel being put in place so we will have better access. So as Tina, she wrote, there's been a lot of upgrades, and that one was a big upgrade, like a huge funnel satellite disk thingy that's going to make it easier for us to connect. But just like when you get a new TV, you need to set the settings, and I don't know, there are so many things that changes when we upgrade digital devices and programs, and we have to learn how to use them, even though they say, oh, super intuitive, you don't need a manual. Yeah, that's not what I believe. But there is a big upgrade going on, and that is one of the reasons why many might be having a sense of tiredness and confusion, and right now so much is happening around the world. So it could be you're just thinking it's probably because of the world situation, but this is really neat. They're showing me as though people are being plugged in to the system, as though more and more are becoming part of the cause. But it also feels like some of the people they're showing me being plugged in, they look more like robots. I actually don't know exactly what they mean by that. Could they maybe give me a better image? Like, as though some people function as the opposite of a good channel, so they are scrambling. Makes sense. We need good and bad, so when there's a lot of light, there need to be the opposite in order to create balance. We would love to have it all be light, but that's for the afterlife. We'll get it there. This life is meant for really enjoying the nuances, the contrasts. So I feel as though it is time for me to do some channeling. I miss Deborah. It's easier when Deborah is here to interview me. So I'm going to go in on my own. So if anyone has anything they'd like to have an answer to, just let me know. So Aqua Divine says, I've been astral traveling a lot these days, and I feel pressure in my crown and soul star chakra. Do you want me to go into that? Say hello to Deborah. Yeah, I don't know if she's going to be joining as a viewer, but yeah, I will. Usually she comments afterwards if she hasn't joined during the live, so she keeps up. Yes, please. Okay, that's good. Aquadivine, let me check what's up with that. So what I'm getting is the astral travel for you can sometimes almost be an escape from reality. And when it hurts, it's either because you're trying too hard, or you're I keep seeing it as though you're a fugitive. Um, and they do not want you to lose your grounding. I probably shouldn't have sparkling water when I know that air builds when I channel. Let's see. Oh, they're working on your crown chakra right now, so they're kind of just releasing some stuff. They're showing me as though when you have to like lift weights and you're really like tightening your whole face, it's like it's your hands and your arms. You don't have to use your face. So it's as though when you're astral traveling, you can just relax a bit more in it. That's where the pain comes from, or the pressure, because it's as though a bit further, a bit further, just like Tour de France, when the winner just like he pushed his bike just to get there. It looks so funny, and it feels as though you're doing the same. It's like, oh, I have to get there, I have to get there, I have to get there. Breathe more into it. And I know you are really relaxed about it, because I see you just floating away, but there's still some pressure there. And the next step is to not, they're saying be more open to what could come if you didn't set a destination. That's actually weird, because they're showing it me as though you would go into a spaceship and say, I want to go to Mars, or now I want to go to, and what if you just jumped on the next transport means out of there and just was curious to see where they might take you. And I do understand that might be what you're trying to do, but you're still very much in control. And control is good when you're setting the safety and the boundaries. But they're showing me as though you can unfold so much, because you already have a good foundational understanding of how reality is not what we think reality is. So you can go so much further and also have so much more fun, they're saying. So I hope this helps. And they're still working on the crown chakra thingy. It looks like you have like a trophy, like number one, like this is one of the things where you're really good, but you feel like you have to perform or prove something, and you really don't, because you have done this so much. They actually say you do it when you're sleeping, so you must have some pretty cool dreams when you wake up that you can remember. They actually show me you could astral travel as a baby as well. That is awesome. And I thought that must be scary. No, because babies, they know what this is about. Okay, good. So if there are no further questions, I'll go in and see what Odeon has to say about connection and disconnection. And you're welcome, Aquadivine. It was a pleasure. Maybe you could teach me how to do the astral travel, because I struggle a bit with that, because I would be really trying to do something specific and afraid of doing it wrong and not be able to come back. That's just mine. But yeah, that would be cool. So it's kind of weird. Now I've gotten used to having questions asked when I do this. I'm just going to put up to them that they can come through with whatever message we need to know. That would be lovely, Aquadamine. So feel free to reach out. I am findable, searchable. Okay. I'm just going to close my eyes so that I can take myself out of this and see what Odeon has to say today to us. They're actually talking to me right now how I feel a bit disconnected. It's as though I feel someone behind a screen here, someone who's watching, is either skeptical or not sending love, and they were trying to tell me that that is one of the topics that many are facing right now. It's kind of a topic, maybe not worldwide, but almost, that the patterns that have both shaped us and been like a stepping stone to where we are today, they are all being put into the light. And for me, the whole like trolls online and how mean people can be if they have the anonymity of just a username, that was what kept me from doing this for a long time. And that came up now, so that was weird. I haven't thought so much about that for a long time, but that was just so you know, they told me that if you struggle with those things, if someone is against me, doesn't like me, if I feel left out, or if I have to find a new friend or whatever, then maybe it's a good thing. Yeah. So let's see. Connection and disconnection. I saw someone just joined, so welcome. I'm gonna connect to my collective of spirit guides and see what comes. Yes, hello. So this is a new thing for me. I haven't been through Michelle before, so Michelle is also recognizing that this is a new energy, but we are a good match. Yes, so Michelle did not know that we also need to match sometimes, but this is good. This is good, yes. So, connection and disconnection. That is my topic. Interesting. So I have access to Michelle's memories, and I was just about to present myself with my name, but she blocked me. Interesting. So I cannot tell my name, but I try. I keep asking her to say it, but it's a block still. So that is for you, Michelle, to know. You still have to work on that if you want to. Okay, so I am here today because this topic of connect and disconnect, it's in the curriculum of knowing, especially when you want to evolve your abilities. And well, for many of you, it's just about being human. Connect and disconnect, because today it has become something that is ongoing, and something that your human body has not been, let's say, you did not have time to evolve into a creature that is able to process all this data, all this connection. And when you have the blessing of disconnecting, it stresses you, and many of you get nervous and anxious because now you're so used to having that energy, but really it is just another sense of numbing. You would actually feel it as a blessing if you got used to not being able to connect so much. And here we are not talking about with other people, we're talking about all the electrical nuisances, all the electrical waves around you that are making it harder for you to stay in yourself, in your own energy, in your own safe space. So how do you manage that today? Let's see. So based on the people here and joining at a later time, well, we will not say disconnect now, because then you will miss this message. And that is actually the point of this. And here I'm talking about you, but as Michelle's voice. So the human race have become so accustomed to always being connected. So the FOMO, fear of missing out, and there was at one time the JOMO, joy of missing out. It's as though people forgot there was like a trend where people didn't bring their phones to restaurants, and there was a lot of talk about families not having it at the dinner table. And yes, they still exist, but you don't read about it in the media anymore because it was just a thing for some people who today may appear a bit hysterical, because we need to be connected, because work has been linked to well, even social media has become a place that used to be for entertainment and to have a break, and has today become a combination of you being, well, let's just say, brainwashed by marketing and algorithms and, well, news outlets. And also, it is stressful for many that today you are forced to be online all the time for jobs. And even if it is not part of your job description, you would miss out on a lot of important things if you were not participating in group discussions and forums and so many unfair things that you do not actually want to be a part of, but have become accustomed, or maybe to some extent even addicted to. So we do understand how hard that is, and how do you, well, disconnect without losing touch of what is going on around you, or even losing your job, or that sense of belonging that the being connected also can give many of you. Because for the people who struggle with loneliness, the connection that you can have, it can bring you some sense of belonging. But we would encourage people to find more pleasure in connecting physically and not digitally. And that is really what is going on right now. It's as though we are helping you. Oh, Michelle liked what I just showed her. We are helping you become aware of how hard it is to be connected, and how much it distracts you from what really matters. And also, many of you have become aware of how you do it, like it's something, you know, that now you have a break and you could go outside, and you then sit and look at something on your phone, or the television, or there are many things that you do that feels like a reward or a break, but it actually takes your energy. So when you are spending energy in front of a screen, it will also spend your energy. It's not just the devices that are using energy, so are you. It's very rarely that you have something where you truly can feel as though you are being filled with energy and meaning, because in front of a screen you do not get the pleasure of the human touch, especially not when you're watching a movie or something where it is not a live participation. So there are different degrees to this. But what we showed Michelle earlier that she just wants us to come back to is how we have been transmitting earlier about telepathy and how that is going to be a thing. So many of you now have become aware of how distracting all those electrical devices are, and how much it is stealing your time, and how you would love to not have to have that as a part of your everyday life. And the more you realize this, the more you can find ways to cut down or find new ways of staying in touch, because you will at some point be able to stay in touch with people by disconnecting from electricity and connecting through, as Michelle calls it, the grid. So that would be where you are all connected and how you can interact with each other. Some people are using it already, and now Michelle is asking about the question Aqua Divin had about astral travel, if this is part of it. And to some degree, yes, but not quite, because astral travel is, well, traveling, whereas it uses some of the same, let's call it, structures that connects people to each other, but it is not the communication part of the structures. So the communication part is being upgraded as we are speaking right now. And that is also why many of you feel tired, because some of you actually function as a kind of energy generators, and your soul has agreed to help us build new energy layers. And if this is too hard on you, you can simply ask us to, let's say, cool it. Try not to use your energy as much, and it is okay to take a break. Yes. So Michelle is very anxious about the transmission still functioning, so we will let her open her eyes and look now. Okay. So I can see I am still on, but yeah, so sound is still there. Could someone type something if all of this came through and all is well? I don't know. I've never been so nervous about this not functioning before, but this is also the first time I lost connection during the stream. All is well, Lokian. Thank you. All came through. Happy to hear it. Okay. So that was interesting. And Martin Bushes is here too. All good. Nice to see you. Good. Okay, what did he show me? It's funny that I don't know who they are and I didn't see him, but I heard like it was as though it was a male voice and the energy was very much male, but different. Oh, he said something about my blockage. Yeah, he actually tried. I don't know if he said, I saw a name and it was just too weird, like XALIPR or something. He's like, no, I don't want names. It's just, don't try. And then he tried again. I was like, I don't want the names. Just, you're here, talk. So that is, it's an interesting block I have there. I don't know what that is about. And I could just ask, but I don't want to know. And that is also funny. Like, we can have access to so many things, and sometimes we don't want them. We don't want the information. Oh, that reminds me, the movie Spielberg just released. What was that called? Disclosure. Huh. Disclosure, disconnect. Well, Disclosure. Have you seen it yet? It's really cool. It's. I don't know if it's running in the cinema theaters anymore, but I loved it. So there's something with, let me see if I can, without any spoilers. So the female main character, she developed psychic abilities just like that, didn't have them before, and suddenly she can read people's mind. And there's one point where a guy asks her, why won't you look at me? And she says, because I know you're the guy with all the answers and I'm not ready to get them. And if she didn't look at him, she wouldn't open up to be able to read his mind and find out what he knew. And that whole, I am not ready for that. That was so amazing. I don't know how she coined it, but I can really relate to that, because sometimes I have like angelic beings and higher energies where I get like awestruck, but I'm not, I think it's also the name thing. Don't tell me. I don't want to know who you are, because then I'll just start Googling you and then like, oh my God, that energy was here. And I want it to be still something that is just fun and joyous for me. I don't mind going into yours. If you have anything, I can go into that. This is me. And maybe other people could tell me, but I'm still having fun not knowing too much and not being ready to know too much, because I feel as though some of the information will kind of put me on the next level, and I'm enjoying it here because I feel as though there's still a lot to learn. And I have had so many upgrades that I don't know, sometimes I feel like I just know too much and they've shown me too much, and I want to just enjoy that for a while. Can anyone relate to that? Have you had that experience of being given a gift and then you don't have time to use it because then you get a new gift and a new gift, so you forget the old gift, and it's kind of a shame. So as I was saying earlier, also, I have been rewatching some of my old live sessions, and I was just blown away because I don't remember all of that. And some of it was just, wow, that was a message they gave. I had forgotten, and I'm just checking with them. So some of it is not something I need to know, but it is information that is stored, and if I need it, they can always bring it back. But I'd love to hear your experience, if you would write in the comments, if you also feel sometimes that what they give you is either too much, too overwhelming, or in the sense of not being ready for it. Or if you're at that stage that I was in the beginning, give me more, give me more, give me more. So I got more and more and more, and then it just it was too much, because it can be like that. So you feel as though you're given a lot of tools, you're given a lot of knowledge, but how to use it. And sometimes it changes your perspective of your current life and your relationship so much that it was easier. Life was easier before because knowing what you know and with the abilities you have, could you just go on like before, or do you feel like you have to change things? And that is what I have felt. I have really changed a lot. And it has also changed the circle of people I used to call friends. That circle has changed too. There are very few that are still there. And it was meant to be. And I'm so grateful for everything I've learned and gotten from all the others. But sometimes we just have different paths and different journeys. And maybe the road will bring us together again, but not mourning over the losses, but realizing what it gave you and also what it gives you to move on. That is really a good thing, especially in these times when so much is happening. And there's a lot of them, us, black and white, contrasting. Not for many light workers, people who are drawn to developing their skills. They don't have that same thing, but a lot of other people have. So Aqua Divin says, I'm at the stage of give me more, and sometimes it's chaotic. Yeah. Yeah, I get that, especially with the astral traveling. But it's also because it's like an adventure you're going on every time, and you don't know what's coming. Yeah. I feel as though I am done with resting on the laurels, as they nudged me to say. I don't know why. That was not nice to say. But it's time for me to move on to the next step. So I have been at it for almost an hour now. So I would love to just quickly talk a bit about Uplift, the community I made, because it's actually funny how they made me talk about how don't sit in front of a screen. We need to disconnect. And then here I am launching my online digital community. But it's actually very much live. So it's not for you to sit on your own and go through stuff. So what I've been planning is to create a platform where every week there are 3 to 4 live sessions where people can practice. I will at least once a week have a live either workshop or a teaching, or just we'll meet up and chat, or there will be a Q&A with Odeon. So there are different tracks and lives every week. There will be a big monthly with messages and a bit like this, but you will all get a link so we can meet up on video. And there will be, over time, we're building also a library of meditations and healings. There will be worksheets and monthly challenges, not challenges, but for some challenges, for others, worksheets or helpful support with a specific topic every week, month, not week. And guests, I'll invite some guests to help me. And the first 25, so I've decided only to allow 25 people to enter on the first intake, because I want it to be accessible and really offer something. So until I have a lot of like products in there, videos, audios, the people who sign up will have me. So you will be helping me. That's why I call it the 25 founding members, and you will help me build it. So whatever you like it to be, you can require, you can ask, and we're going to have like different threads where we can post and share and support each other. So if you're looking for a community like that, where there will be like, it's not just going to be you sit and you write to each other, there will be practice. So if you want to practice healing, well, we'll have maybe once a week healing sessions where you can heal each other and practice that. Or if it's psychic abilities, you can practice that. If it's mediumship, well, we'll have with breakout rooms and topics. And so at least once a week I'll do, and then others I might have some facilitators that are really good at doing that too. But it's going to be very valuable. I would have loved to have something like this where you can build a community and get to know people, and you can share experiences. So you can practice and develop without the pressure of delivering. So that is what I also do with my mentorship. I help people have a safe space where I can see what they're getting. So I don't need them to prove it to me. I need them to unwrap it. I need them to build something from it and find their gifts in the gift and the evidence. So it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing. And because it's I'm sorry. There's just a question. I can't stop reading that. I have to stop this sentence. I've seen your question, Lily. Just a second. I'll just finish this. So, the first 25 founding members, I am going to offer half price for the first year. Going forward, it's going to be $44 a month, or you can pay for a year and then you get 2 months for free. But the founding members pay only $22 a month, or $220 for a year. And then the year after that, you're going to get 25% discount. And as long as your membership is active, you keep that 25% discount for life. So that is coming up. And if you're interested in that, even if you're seeing this afterwards, you can just type in membership, or even better, go to the neurodivergentpsychic.com and then go into uplift there. So right now it looks horrible, but hopefully tomorrow I'll have the website ready, but you can read all the information there. yeah, so that was all I was going to say about that right now. And now I'm going to go into Lily's question. Hello, Michelle. It was a lovely live today. May I ask for a scan as to what is my spiritual path right now? So yes and no. So I don't like, that's also my guys. Oh, wait a minute. They're saying, nah, this is actually your highest self. That is, that's cool. They're showing me how I don't need to check in with my guides all the time, because my higher self is actually the one who is now able to take over, because I have been given so much more from the higher, the collective, and all of that. So, okay. So, what I wanted to say, Lily, is your spiritual path is not something you have to do, or it's something you choose, but I can help you find out what would be beneficial and what you're ready for. And it's always up to you. So you decide, do I accept the challenge or not? And I say challenge because sometimes it is, but it's a fun challenge most of the time. So I'll just see, where are you at? I understand why you're asking, because I feel very confused when I tapped into you, and it's almost as though I can only see, it's as though it's dark and I can only see like right in front of me where I'm supposed to be going. And it's as though I've lost part of my vision, because I feel like, wait, I used to, what happened to the path? What happened to the road ahead? So what happened here? Oh, turn around. So it's a warning, you're going in the wrong direction, and it's as though they're showing sometimes they need something to block you from not keep going in that direction. And you haven't really been paying attention. They're showing me like you're almost like if you were driving in a car, you would see the light switching, and you'd still, I can make it, and you'd keep doing that. So you kept getting signs that you were heading in the wrong direction, but you just nope, I can make it. So that's where you're at right now. They have been trying for some time to show you that this is not the way. And you say, yes, absolutely, I resonate. I feel like I am hoping to understand how to turn around. Yeah. It is really simple in the fact of just look somewhere else. It's as though you keep looking for something that isn't there anymore. And it's because they're saying your situation has changed, but also, oh, it's funny because I would assume it was because you're developing and you're getting new abilities, but it's actually as though you've lost something that is helping you move along. So it feels like a loss, as though you're missing something, but it's making you even lighter. So where before you would walk on the established road or a path, but now you can move up because you're not carrying that much weight. So set your aim higher, but this time set it to please yourself. Like, what would make you happy? Because I feel as though you've just been walking along the path that was kind of laid out for you, and it was fine because you had to learn something, but now you would just keep learning the same things over and over, and you don't have to. So they're showing me as though, let's go for a hike, like look up and you'll see like mountain goats that are jumping around, and you'll see rainbows that you didn't notice before because you were just headed that way. And maybe you'll see a beautiful tree with, I don't know, blossoms and plums and whatever. And you realize, wait a minute, I can see that if I walk that way, I could actually go up there, sit under the tree, enjoy the fruit, and look at the view for a minute and see, from up here, what could I actually achieve? And maybe you'll notice that from there, there might be the adventure, the thing that is calling you. And I know this is very abstract, but it really is. You've been letting structures and restrictions decide your way until now, and not hopes and desires so much, because even though you have been adventurous and you have been open, it has always been with conditions. So what would be easy for you? Oh, it's all about habit change, because they're showing me start eating something else for breakfast. So it is learning to do something that you're not used to doing. It can start with the small steps. And this goes for anything, or if you want to, it's funny, I cannot sense, I thought, I'm just going to do some spiritual development mentorship so I can help you develop your skills, but I cannot tap into one specific skill that you would love to work on, because everything is just blurred right now and muddled, as though you need to take time to find yourself again. And it's, again, the connect and disconnect, like you're not really connected to yourself, and that's why your intuition is gone. So what did you actually say? You say you feel like you're hoping to understand how to turn around and what it really means or looks like to look in the right direction. Yeah. And that's the whole thing. Like, if you're not connected to yourself, you're not going to know if you find it, because you're not going to get that, as Louise Hay would say, that inner ding. It's as though it's gone. It's ringing down there. I feel like it's a bell ringing underwater, and it rings a lot. Ring, 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 but it's been buried. So there are a lot of warning signs. And I feel like you are allowing other people to direct what you should find enjoyable. And not even just other people as such, but what other people have told you maybe years ago, and that is still part of how you function today. So make new plans. Like, what? Okay. So this is for everyone who is looking for the right way, the right thing. We expect it to be something very like hallelujah, an epiphany. But sometimes it's all about us not being able to know what we want, sense our inner needs, our values, our desires, because we have been told, don't be selfish, or there are also the 7 deadly sins, like greed. It's greedy to want something. And there are so many things that could actually be awesome. Like, you can have a desire to, I don't know, become what is it called? New York Times best-selling author. And that would not be great. But if you're writing a book that could help people, if you became that best-selling author, it would mean so many people would benefit from what you were writing. And we would say, oh no, I don't dare to say something like that, because who am I to? So many people say, who am I to? It's everyone has the right to say what they think and mean for themselves, and what should be just human empathy and behavior that is helping us grow as people. But we tend to drown it, like that bell. You can't hear it because it's underwater. So lift it up by I keep seeing that it would help you to write, because you process a lot. That's also confusing, because you never finish it. So and then I have to do that, but then you don't really get to it, because it's not, if we don't get it out of the head, it's gonna keep staying in there. But they're showing a very simple process where it could simply be one. What do I love to eat in the morning? Well, that depends. If I'm on holiday, I love this. If I have to go to work and it's a normal day, I would prefer this. But every time decide, okay, you said if I'm on holiday, I like this. Is it just because it's probably in the breakfast buffet and you don't get it? Do you actually like it? Or is it just, oh, I haven't had that for a long time? Like, what do you really like? And then check in with your body. Do you like it? Okay, body, if I gave you, for me, it would be, I love, okay, then I have the eggs, and then I have the uh, probably some roasted potatoes and bacon, and I also have to have some bread, but not white bread, and uh, a lot of different things. And I get so heavy during the day, and I actually don't love that, so I don't do that anymore. But I used to, because, ooh, this is special. I don't do this every day. And then my holiday that should be about me spoiling myself is about me spoiling myself rotten. Too much of a good thing is not always good. So, and you say, wow, yes, I was trying to reprogram some of those concepts. I feel like the word greed comes up in my head that did hold me back. And you say, okay, totally starting to click. I neglected pleasure and my feminine joy because I did carry the you must work hard to deserve thing from my family. Yeah, I had that in school. We had no pain, no gain. It was really like we programmed it ourselves. We put it up there as if it was a good thing. Why? Why not find pleasure in the little things? That would have made us look for the pleasure instead of trying to make pain so we could gain. How do you program yourself? What kind of words do you use? And what kind of rules do you believe that you probably shouldn't believe if you thought a bit about it? But back to the breakfast thing, just learn how to tune in. So, like, I'm drinking this, and I love to have these glasses when I'm doing this, but I just realized I'm not good at drinking water, just pure water. So I have to have it sparkling, but it's not good when I am channeling because I also get like burpy. And then, okay, maybe next time I'll find something else that will not do that, because I try to listen to my body and it's talking. It's saying, I feel, no, this is not good. So that is something you can train your body to do. And I know this seems basic. Well, that's about food and normal well-being. But that's also how the intuition works, because if you're not listening to your body, how are you going to hear your intuition? Because it usually comes from somewhere in the body. And if you don't listen to it, it's going to make it hurt, like my shoulder. And I know what my shoulder is about. It's a topic I've been working with. I don't need to share it here, but I probably did last time. But I'll tell you, it's about what I felt I had to do to be a good person, and realizing I'm the only one in this relationship constellation thing that was doing it. I was the only one, always fighting. And why? Because I felt like I had to. And then I started questioning, well, why do I have to when the other parties didn't feel that? Could I maybe not feel that and be okay with it? So I had to go through the, how would it feel if I stopped? How would I feel? How would they feel? And would it affect me, how they feel? Because they make me feel horrible when I try and get rejected. So if I don't try, could I actually just let go and relax in that? And I had to kind of work on, oh, this isn't, oh, you shouldn't know that I can't do that. No, that's not. But wait a minute. Maybe it is good. So I know this is because I'm not gonna involve the other parties in this conversation. But in general, when we want to know, what do I need, what do I want, what is good for me, and this was actually, what is my spiritual path, my spiritual also, not something about anyone else's desires or needs. Yes, maybe if your spiritual path is part of that, but if you don't look away from what everyone else is saying, you have to, you want to, you should, try to look inside, and the sensing yourself and what you need is so important for that. And yes, pleasure. So you wrote that you neglected pleasure, and that's so typical, because we we can sleep when we're old, or, well, all of those things. What's up with that? I want to sleep now. Some people would call me old, but hey, I can live at least 50 years and more still. I don't want to wait 50 years to get my rest. We can sleep when we're dead, some would say. I want to get my rest now so that I can really find pleasure in everyday life, and not just wait until I'm old enough to get retired and too old to enjoy my life. So, yeah, the more you get in touch with what you want and what you need, and get rid of the shame and the guilt and the, oh, you should think about others and not yourself. You drain yourself if you don't think about yourself. If you don't sense when you need a break, when you need something to drink, when you need something to eat because you're hungry and not because you need to numb yourself, the more you can connect to yourself and not connect to all the screens and the devices and the distractions that are helping you from not connecting to yourself. So many of us are using the being busy to not check in with ourselves. And I do that myself. Like I have, like, I'm not going to tell you the name of the page, but they have so many amazing puzzle things that I can just sit and then I can, like, it's brain logic and pattern recognition and all of that. And it feels so rewarding, but my God, it drains me and it takes so much of my time. And I get so annoyed every time I do it. So that's a habit I am breaking now. Every time I sit with it, I have to say out loud, I know I am doing something that is not good for me. So I'm giving myself just this one game and then it's over. And then I just have to remember to do just that one game. But I'm getting better at it. Then I take one game and then I go and work on something. So now it gives me something else, so that the thing I should be doing, I have a reward waiting every time I'm drained from that. But I want to turn it into go for a walk or do exercise, do yoga, meditate. Meditate should probably be on the top of that list, but it actually feels like work now, because now my guides are nudging me. Shell, you have to be the role model. You have to show people how to do it. It's like, yeah, but now I have to. So before it was I love to. So that's also something to think about. How can I turn something that is good for me and that I actually want to do into something that keeps being a pleasure? Maybe change it up, do new things, find, like, if you're going into astral traveling and you have a meditation you're listening to get you in the mood or to guide you, maybe find another one just to test new things, and maybe you end up going back. But doing something different every now and then is also a good way to, do I like this? Is this better? Is this easier? Get to know yourself. Yeah. Yeah, and you're welcome, Lily. That was my pleasure. But there wasn't, just to finish that off, so just the little things, like also clothes. What do I like to wear? So I actually did the same. I have gotten rid of maybe half my wardrobe, and I started by, do I love how it looks? And if I didn't, out. And then is it nice to wear? So I had things with glitter and it made me look amazing, but it was itchy or too tight around the sleeve ends. And so out. I don't want that anymore. Life is not too short, for clothes that are not a good fit, or shoes that are too tight or hurt. But there are so many things to enjoy in this life. So why not find them instead of keep doing the things that are not totally enjoyable just because now you made that decision? You can change your mind, and you learn not to make the decision. So once you realize, shoes that hurt this way when I want to buy them, and think, I'll walk them in, and you realize, no, I don't. They will always hurt that way. Stop buying them, even if they're gorgeous. Yeah, something like that. So I think I'm gonna cut this short today. Isn't it funny how last time, like a week ago, 7 days ago, I had like record viewers at the same time, and this time I have actually put on in different Facebook groups and on my live, hey, I'm going live, and I've never had this this few people here at the same time. So the algorithms, the connections, so me disconnecting in the beginning was probably also why YouTube didn't send me more viewers. I don't know, but things change, and that's okay. But I feel as though this is so I can go and work on my uplift page, so that all you lovely people will have a chance to actually join there, and there we can have a conversation and not just me sitting talking, because I'd love to really uplift. I chose to call it uplift because I want us to lift each other up, and also for you all to learn how to lift yourselves. So it's gonna be uplifting, and I'm gonna go work on that. But last chance, if anyone would like me to check in on something about your development, or if you have something you'd love to know about Uplift or would love to see in there, let me know. It's not my place, it's our place. So anyone who would love to help me build this amazing community, please get in touch. Yeah. Just sensing into the energies if there's anything. It's really quiet from my guides today. It's as though they're resting or regrouping. Regrouping is the word that I get through. They're changing again. That's why I didn't know that male energy that came through. They're changing my guides again. It's so annoying. That's why I called them Odeon, because I didn't want a name like Abraham Esther Hicks and her Abraham, because I keep getting new energies through, and they're changing based on how I change and what I'm here to do. So I get new masters to teach me and help me and show me everything, and they're changing right now. This is so annoying. See, isn't it funny how I am finding a bad thing about this when I might be getting an upgrade? I might be getting even better consultants or teachers, but I just got annoyed that I'm just trying to get used to this. I'm just trying to find out what this is, and now they're changing it again. I feel as though it's woohoo, empty halls, because some of them are, it's as though they're away on a company retreat to get some updates about things that are happening right now. Ooh, seems serious. Why do they need to? It's as though they're all the big buses or something, like things are happening. Interesting. Have no fear, we're still here. Okay. So Aqua Divin says, that's amazing, having a page as a spiritual hub for us all. Yeah. And not just a page, like I'm gonna have different sections for if you're working on healing and energy, and there's gonna be a section for like psychic abilities and one for mediumship, and then whatever people are interested in, like maybe a hub for astrology, numerology, but the lives are going to be what I know a lot about. But maybe Deborah would love to be part of it with astrology and numerology, because that's her thing, and colors. So, and some of you might be able to participate as well. So let me know about that. But yeah, so there's also going to be a calendar, like, so you can see, like, every week you can just, I want to do this and this, and there, and you're going to be able to help build it, and it's going to be amazing. I know it's going to be amazing. So it's really amazing how I just felt last week like, yeah, now we're on a roll. So many people are finding me and the algorithms are working, and then today, crash and burn. And I have time to regroup, but it's weird. Sign me up for mediumship. Amazing. I put it in. So if you go to the site, I'll just write the neurodivergent. I know it makes a lot of noise, my keyboard here. The neurodivergentpsychic.com. If you go there, find my offers here, and there you also can see how to contact me. And what I'm going to do now when I sign off for today, because it's weird that people are not coming in and my guides are not really present, as though they're away. It's as though everything is just telling me, Michelle, shut it down. It's time to move on. People have other things today. Yeah, but find my offers at the neurodivergentpsychic.com. And if that's too long, I have another that's not so long, but almost, michelleandreasen.com. Remember all the L's and the E's and the S's. But I'm going to update it, and I'm going to make a newsletter form so you can sign up for that. I've said that before, but I mean it. So thank you so much for being here. And I am grateful for the energies present now. It feels nice, calm, just presence, connection. So take time to connect to yourself. This is me, and Odeon is just, it's as though I'm getting, like a chatbot message. Thank you for your patience. We'll be back. It's so weird with the energies here. And Tina, being Tina, said, I'm really looking forward to reading more about Uplift on your page, Michelle, and feel into it. And thank you from Aqua Divine. So thank you so much for being here, and I will hopefully read you, see you again Monday next week. And until then, feel free to write your comments as well. And I'd love feedback, input, what you would love, that, especially now that we're talking about what do you need, what would you like. Now you can actually find out what would you like in terms of your spiritual development, and maybe I can build it for you, because that's how I roll. Let's just try. Haven't done that before, but I'll do it. And it's going to be amazing. Love you. Thank you. It's been a pleasure. Mwah. Bye-bye.